Hey guys, what's going on? Time for another video today. I've been getting a ton of questions about the differences between Vanford and Miravel and why someone should choose one or the other. So this isn't going to be a complete walkthrough as in it's a new product. I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to take two products that have been on the market but explain to you the differences between the two of them, and this way you can figure out which one applies best for your situation. Now, before we go into this, do me a favor, click subscribe down below and click the like button. If you can, click the get notifications because that'll make sure our videos end up in your feed so you can see when we do something new. The crazy part is we still have like 85% of the people watching these videos are not even subscribed. So if you could do that, and if you have any experiences with either of these two reels, Miravel or Vanford, leave it in the comments down below. We love answering questions. If you have them, hit us with them and we'll get to you as soon as we can. So, without further ado, let's get into the differences. So, really Shimano has classified their spinning reels now into two categories. There are the core solid reels, which are, in a nutshell, any reel that does not have the MGL or Magnumlite rotor on it. And then there's the Magnumlite series of reels, which include things like Twin Power XD, Xsense, obviously Vanford, and the newest addition being Miravel. So what are the differences? I've been fortunate enough to have both of these in the studios. I have fished both of these reels and I want to break them down for you. The question I'm getting is about, whether it's really worth it to pay this much more for Vanford over Miravel. And the short answer is yes, but let's really break down. I've got all the stats in front of me and I'm good with stats, but I'm not that good with stats and I'm going to remember them all. Let's try to rock through them all. Okay, so relying on my trusty iPad, which has all the information, and I'm going to put a graphic up here. So, the Miravel, the 2022 Miravel, has the Hagane gear, as does Vanford. They both have a CI4 Plus body. The rotor, though, like I mentioned, is Magnumlite on the Miravel, MGL on the Vanford, which is their newest Magnumlite or MGL rotor, lower startup inertia, lighter weight, stronger rotor altogether. So both of them have the CI4 Plus material like we mentioned. Both of these reels have X-Ship, which is a double bearing supported pinion gear. But that is really where, and silent drive. Both reels have silent drive. So that is where the similarities stop. Silent drive, CI4 material, X-Ship, Hagane gear. That's it. Those are the two parallels between Miravel and Vanford. Where Vanford really takes off is the fact that Micro Module 2 gear. So it's got the Micro Module 2 gear. That's the more refined tooth pattern, offers more torque under load, more smoothness. The Miravel has a Hagane cold forged aluminum gear, but is not the Micro Module 2 tooth pattern. Long stroke spool. Both of these reels do not have long stroke spool. Vanford has the long stroke spool, which we first saw introduced in the Stratic FL. The regular propulsion line management spool, the standard height spool, is in Miravel. The one-piece bail arm. So you can see right away when I pick up a Vanford, it has a one-piece bail arm. The Miravel has the traditional two-piece bail arm. Same bail arm we're finding on Noski. Bearings. So 7+1 bearings in the Vanford, but the important thing is they are SARB bearings, so shielded anti-rust bearings. In the Noski and in the Miravel, 5+1 bearings, but they are ARB bearings, anti-rust bearings. So that's a big upgrade when you go from, actually once you get past Noski and Miravel, from Ultegra up, all have shielded anti-rust bearings. The AeroWrap 2 wind-in system is on the Vanford, so that's where the line goes, the actual pawl or the spool goes up quickly and down slowly, or opposite of that, creating a slight crossing pattern in your line. Really good for fine braids. The standard winding pattern is included in Miravel. When it comes to water resistance, so both Noski and Miravel have Core Protect, which is a treatment and a grease in certain areas to help stop water penetration or moisture getting in the reel. But not only does Vanford have that, it also has X Protect, which is a labyrinth system which really stops water from getting into key vital areas, all doing this without adding heavy rotational feel. Now, the weight of the reels. Yes, I'm going to tell you right now, Miravel is a light reel. 7.1 ounces. If you compare it to the Noski, which is the same reel without the same materials, 8.5 ounces for a 2500 size Noski, 7.1 ounces for the 2500 size Miravel. You know, gets a little lighter when you go up to Ultegra at 7.9 ounces, but 6.3 ounces on the Vanford. So Vanford is lighter, it has better bearings, it has more features like long stroke spool, like Aero Wrap 2, like it has the Micro Module 2 gear, like. There's a bunch of reasons why Vanford is a better reel and why it costs more money. Now, this all comes down to what's really in your price range and what you want or how much you're willing to pay for what you get. You're getting a great Magnumlite reel in Miravel for $139.99. Does not have all the bells and whistles. But for $239.99, you get Vanford, which is, in my opinion, Vanford is the cream of the crop when it comes to both consumer price friendly and tournament performance or ultimate performance in a reel. That comes in at $239.99, but really the two are not the same. We're getting emails, people are trying to compare them. They're not comparable in a lot of ways. The only thing that these line up on, like I said, is the fact that they both lay in the Magnumlite category for Shimano spinning reels. They both have either a Magnumlite or MGL rotor, so they both boast lighter weight and low startup inertia. But that's about it. So guys, don't get confused between the two. It's very simple. Now you see the differences between them. For me personally, I have fished Miravel. It is a great reel, but if you're looking for the ultimate in longevity and performance, Vanford and Miravel cannot be compared. Both great reels. You're going to get more longevity, more performance out of a Vanford, but again, we've never seen a reel at $139.99 come in with these specs like Miravel has. So if you're a fan of Noski, do not be afraid of jumping in. Do not be afraid of jumping in and trying out Miravel. If you're a fan of Stratic, definitely get your hands on a Vanford. Two different reels designed for two different things, but really if you're a finesse fisherman looking to fish light startup inertia baits, things that, you know, shaky head, drop shot, spy bait, fluff, you know, turd, anything like that, you cannot go wrong with either Miravel or Vanford. If you're a bang and crash, you know, snook, redfish, braid to fluoro on smallmouth or largemouth, Stratic and Noski will be your best friends. Well, there you have it, guys. That is a simple breakdown. If you could all do me a favor, click subscribe down below. Click the get notifications so that our videos come into your feed. And if you have any comments or experiences about either the Miravel, the new 2022 Miravel, or the 2020 Vanford, leave them down in the comments below. We'll get to you if you have questions, but if you have experiences, we'd love to hear about them as well. There you have it, guys. I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all having fun, but most of all, I hope you're all catching fish. Talk to you soon.